Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they spend their lives protecting it. Today I'll show you why playing it safe might be the very thing keeping you from becoming who you're capable of being. There's a story that sticks with people long after they hear it. A man is given something valuable, something powerful, not to waste, not to ignore, but to use, to grow it, to build with it. But instead of using it, he buries it. Not because he was careless, not because he was reckless, but because he was afraid. Afraid of losing it, afraid of failing, afraid of what might happen if he tried and didn't succeed. So he does the safe thing. He hides it. And that's where most people miss the real message. Not because of what he did, but because of what that decision slowly cost him. Because burying something doesn't stop time, it just stops growth. Playing it safe feels responsible. It feels like maturity, like patience, like wisdom. You tell yourself things like, I'll start when I'm ready. Now isn't the right time. I need more experience first. And on the surface, none of that sounds wrong, but underneath it, something else is happening. Comfort starts to feel like protection, when in reality, it's often just delay dressed up as discipline. The truth is, safety is not always safe. Sometimes it's just familiar, and familiarity can quietly become a cage. Because the longer you stay in safe mode, the harder it becomes to recognize what you're actually avoiding: growth. Here's what no one tells you about buried potential. It doesn't stay buried. It turns into frustration. At first, it's subtle. You notice people around you moving forward, trying things, failing, learning, and growing. Meanwhile, you're still preparing. Then it becomes heavier. You start asking yourself questions like, what if I had started earlier? What if I didn't waste so much time? Am I already behind? That's the cost. Not just missed opportunities, but the slow erosion of self-trust. Because every time you choose safety over action, you reinforce a belief. I don't move unless I feel completely ready. And readiness, in that sense, never actually arrives. For most people, there's a moment when everything shifts. It's not loud. It doesn't come with dramatic music or instant clarity. It usually shows up quietly through regret. You look at life and realize something uncomfortable. Time has already moved forward, whether you did or not. And the things you thought you were holding on to didn't pause for you. They evolved without you. That realization hits differently because it removes the illusion of unlimited time. You start to understand something simple but heavy. You don't get unlimited chances, you get limited windows. And every window you don't step through becomes a closed door you now have to live with. That's the moment many people either stay stuck in regret or start moving differently. The answer isn't dramatic. It's not about reinventing your entire life overnight. It's about refusing to keep waiting for perfect conditions. Here's what that actually looks like in real life. Start smaller than your fear expects. Not perfect, not polished, just started. If you've been thinking about launching something, don't build the perfect version, just build the first version. If you've been thinking about learning a skill, don't wait for a free month. Start with 15 minutes a day. If you've been thinking about changing direction, don't map the entire future. Just take the next visible step. Because momentum doesn't come from clarity. Clarity comes from momentum. And every small action is a vote against the version of you that buries things inside of building them. You don't need to feel ready. You need to start becoming someone who moves anyways. That's the shift. Not from fear to confidence, but from hesitation to action. The man in the story didn't lose his talent because someone took it from him. No. He lost it because he chose not to use it. And that's the part that's pretty much worth sitting with. Most people aren't failing because they lack ability. They're failing because they've normalized waiting. Waiting to feel ready. Waiting for permission. Waiting for certainty. But life doesn't reward waiting. It rewards movement. Even imperfect movement. Especially imperfect movement. Because what you build in motion will always outperform what you bury in fear. If this resonated even a little, hit like and subscribe for more content. Life. Just live it.